Hi and welcome to Skein Studio. My name is Kristen. I'm also known as K10 on Ravelry, that's K10, and Skein Yarn pretty much everywhere else. This is episode number 44 and today is Monday, 14th of March. And yeah, I made it finally. 2 weeks and I'm here with another episode. Hopefully this new scheduling is going to work out. I mentioned last time that there's a construction going on across the road. It's townhouses, so there's probably going to be a few noises, but hopefully that won't bother you too much. Yeah, what's to say? Everything's good. Weather has been really hot. We're meant to be in autumn now, but it's really hot and muggy, so summer's continuing here, and I don't mind because I quite like summer. But yes, it will be nice once winter's here, because it is a little bit more uncomfortable trying to knit when it's hot, of course. But anyway, I just wanted to mention 2 knit-alongs that we have going over on the Skein group, and if you haven't come over, come and join us. Just search for Skein, S-K-E-I-N, in Ravelry under the groups, and we should pop up, and yeah, come and join us. And of course these knit-alongs that I have are all Skein yarn, but I do actually have podcast knit-alongs as well where you can use anything, any yarn, but these ones are with Skein yarn only. And if you have some Skein in your stash and you want to join in, come on over. The first one is Skein, the sweater knit-along. That started on the 1st of March and it runs for a month. We have 3 wonderful prizes. We have the Interpretations collection from Jorge and Vera Valimaki and Jorge Locatelli. That is volume 3, so it's the new one that's just come out. We have one of those to give away. Thanks to Jorge and Vera for that. We have a Kimmy Silk project bag. Sorry, I'm just reading my list, that's why I keep looking down here. Kimmy Silk project bag, and it's either a taupe, which is the nice sort of charcoaly colour, or it's the teal colour, but it's one of these. This is the one that I have, so it's a sweater size. So there's plenty of room to put all your stuff in, so we have one of those to give away, and we also have $100 of Skein gift certificate. So 3 prizes. And the shawl knit-along, that started today, so that's again Skein with Skein yarn, and we have 3 wonderful prizes for that as well. We have the collections, the West Knits collection, bundled in brioche. That's a new one that's just come out with the lovely brioche patterns. So we have one of those to give away. We have a €10 gift certificate from Melanie Berg, so you can go and check out her patterns and yeah, buy one of those. And we also have a Kimmy Silk project bag, so exactly the same bag, but it's a different colour. So yeah, thank you to Vera, Jorge, Stephen West and Melanie Berg for those prizes. And yeah, if you'd like to come and join us, please do. I also wanted to mention, I had a Japanese knit-along a while ago, and the lovely Hannah from Circus Tonic Handmade, yes, Circus Tonic Handmade, sent me a couple of skeins of yarn to give away, and I have them here. They're actually going in the mail today to their new homes, because the prizes have been drawn. But I wanted to show you them. So she sent me 3, all 3 of them would look wonderful knitted together. So this is her Ravelry sock yarn, and we have Mallard, we have Grey Hawk, and this one is Pink Robin. And I just wanted to mention Circus Tonic Handmade, because it was so lovely that she contacted me and sent me these yarns for a prize. So go on over, she's on Etsy, so it's etsy.com/shop/Circus Tonic Handmade, and I will put a link in the show notes, so just go over there and click on the link and go check her out. She's an Australian hand dyer, so yeah. Right, finished objects. So I've got 2 finished objects. One of these I showed you last time I podcasted, and it is the Great Divide Shawl. So this is designed by Michelle Brown, and that's it. It's the finished shawl. The pattern calls for a DK weight yarn, and I use Skein MCN DK, and I use graphite, which is the charcoal, and Peace, which is the kind of pastel-y colour. It's pastel, but it's got little flecks of bright pink and purple and orange. So that's it there. The actual pattern itself, it's really simple, of course. It's just a stripe, but what's really nice about it is instead of just knitting garter stitch or stockinette stripes, this is actually a slip stitch pattern, so it gives this nice texture and nice sort of bumpy edges, ridges on the stripes, which I really liked. And that's it there. It's just top down. Very simple, and it's free pattern, so you can go check it out. I'll put a link in the show notes. Of course, everything's going to be linked. So it's a Great Divide Shawl by Michelle Brown. The other pattern that I cast on and finished was the Age of Brass and Steam by Orange Flower Yarn, and this pattern's famous. Like, it's been in the hot right now for years and years. It's just such a great pattern. Again, it's a shawl, but it only uses one skein of DK. This yarn is actually a new yarn that we have in stock now. At the time I was sample knitting it. It's an interesting yarn. It's a very extra fine merino, so it's really soft. And the actual ply, I said last week it was a chain ply, but it's actually crepe. And it looks like a knitted I-cord. So what's really good about that is that it's really airy to knit with, quite bouncy and airy, but it stops pilling from happening. So with your usual plies where they're twisted together, they can rub quite easily and pill, but this, because it's sort of sort of like I-corded, knitted together. I don't know how to explain it, but it's more of a structure, so it won't rub and pill as easily. Anyway, it was very nice to knit with. This is the confetti colourway, and yeah, it's just one skein. The pattern is for 3 repeats, so that's 1 repeat, that's 2 repeat, and that one's 3 repeat. But of course I had quite a bit of yarn left over, so I did another repeat, almost finished that repeat, but I sort of had to stop because I was running low on yarn, and then I did the end eyelet bind off. And yeah, it was really nice. So very quick. I think it was only a week it took me to knit this. So yeah. Oh, and the new yarn, we've named it. It's called Bliss DK, and I actually had an update last week. Was it last? Yeah, last week, and it was it went very quickly. So we'll definitely be getting more in. Okay, works in progress. I am knitting for the sweater knit along. I am knitting a Brandy Velton pattern called Ariel, and it's a jumper. Where's the pattern? I'll show you a picture. That's it there. I think I showed you this last week. Something written on the side. So yes, it's a bottom up. So you start with the hem and then you work your way up. And it's a very simple textured pattern. It actually looks complicated when you see it, but it's very simple. I've already memorized the pattern, so I don't even need to look at it. That's the stitch pattern. And here it is. So I've done quite a lot. You're meant to knit, she has you knitting, I think it was almost 16 inches for the body, but I am going to shorten that to 15 inches. I'm not quite sure how much I've got there, but it's getting there. It's very quick to knit. I mean, this is sock weight yarn, fingering weight yarn. So usually, you know, jumpers take forever to knit with them because it's quite fine. But this, I don't know, it just knits up really quickly. I'm using Skein MCN sock, and it is in the Chinatown colorway, which has kind of a background of purple. It's variegated, but like you can see, it's lightly variegated, so you just have the colors sort of shining through. It has purple as a background, and then sort of a grey overlay, and then you have the pops of red and blue coming through. But yes, very nice. What was I going to say? Oh, I can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, it's knitting up really nicely and very quickly. So hopefully by the next time I speak to you, I should have bound off for the underarms. And actually, I think it's knit. You knit up to the underarm, and then you split them off into sections. So then you knit the front, and then you knit the back. Then you join it at the shoulders, and then you pick up around for the armhole, and then you do short row shaping for the shoulders, and then you knit down the arms. So something a little bit different construction wise. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and that's what I was going to say, I'm alternating skeins, which I recommend everybody do if they're knitting with hand-dyed yarn, because there's subtle differences that happen in skeins. It's almost impossible to get them all looking exactly the same. Some might be lighter, some might be darker. You might be able to see it when you look at them, or you may not. It might be very, very subtle, but once you start knitting it, you can see differences. So the best thing to do is to alternate skeins, and you get a nice even colour distribution. I do have a link. I'll put a link into a video that I did on how to alternate skeins in the round, which is what I'm doing. And yeah, that's that. Oh, I'm still working on the Rye Must Assure by Melanie Berg. I haven't done much. In fact, I don't think I've even done a row on this since the last time I spoke to you. But I'm going to get back into it. But yes, it's gorgeous. So that's that. Oh, I should say I'm using, is this top drawer sock? Oh, I can't remember. I think this might be top drawer sock, and the colourway is called Whisper, so it's just a lightly speckled yarn. Now to cast on. So the shawl knit alongs today, and I'm going to be participating in the shawl knit along. I have the tilted triangle pattern that I'm going to be knitting by, oh, who is it by again? Oh, Suvi Samola. So yeah, it calls for 4 contrasting colours, but you can reduce that and have 2 or 3 if you want to. All the information on that is in the pattern. But I'm going to do the 4 contrasting colours. So I have the main colour, which is this one, which is called Jersey, which is like a warm grey. And then I have Havana, Tiptoes, Sorbet, and Smokestack Lightning. So it's sort of, yeah, I'm using the dark background and then putting bright colours on, dark background, putting bright colours on top, so they'll kind of pop. I'll be not skating, caking these up tonight. And I'm not sure whether I'll cast them straight away. I might try and get more of the jumper done before I start casting on this, because if I cast too many things on at once, because I've still got the Rye Must shawl as well, then I kind of get a little bit bombarded. So I'm going to finish off more of the other 2 projects that I'm going to cast on for this one. But I'm really looking forward to this. I love working with colour. I love stripes and colour work, so yeah, it's going to be great. Now last weekend I went down and visited my parents. Paul and I went down to Foster, which is about 4 hours south from us. And my mum had picked me up a whole stack of vintage magazines from a market they have down there. I think it's called Blackheath Market. It's out near Diamond Head. If you're ever down at Foster, on a Sunday they have this really nice market. You head out towards Diamond Head and you take the road out and you just keep going, and eventually it gets to this market, and it's like beautiful. It's under trees. The whole parkland is full of trees, and there's all these stores set up, and it's very, very nice. And there's a woman who's there who sells antiques, and she had a whole heap of vintage knitting magazines. So Mum picked me up all of these. There's like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 of these stitch crafts, and then one of this Luxe book. So it's all 50s, 1950s. Oh, what's this one? This one's earlier than 1950. Anyway, they're gorgeous. Just the fashions and even the ads, they're really cool. The one that I really like is this one. I posted it on Instagram. Oh yeah, if you're on Instagram, come and find me on Skein Yarn. Just come and click on me. Yeah, so I love this one. I love the texture, and of course she's got 2 knitwears on, one on the bottom, one on the top, but I really like this cardigan. So I'm thinking I might try and knit it, and I was wondering if anyone out there would be interested in having like a small vintage knit along. If you've got any vintage patterns that you'd be interested in knitting. Of course there's plenty on Ravelry, and there's lots online. Of course most of these are out of copyright now, so you can print them. Public domain, you can have them available for people to use. So yeah, I'm going to be knitting this one. So if anyone wants to come and join me, let me know in this week's show notes. If not, that's cool. I don't know when I'm going to have it. I've got lots of stuff going on, so it'll be later in the year. So yeah, so that was a really good find, because I love them, I collect them. Now, what have I got? Oh, hot right now. So there's a few patterns that have caught my eye over the last couple of weeks. One of them is from Pom Pom magazine, and if you guys haven't heard of Pom Pom magazine, then go, I'll put a link in the show notes and you can click on it. They're fantastic. They're from the UK. It's developed in the UK, but there's an online copy and there's also a hard copy that you can have sent. And most yarn stores, well not most, but there's quite a lot of yarn stores stock Pom Pom magazines now. Anyway, I found this pattern on Ravelry, Instagram actually, because I follow Pom Pom on Instagram and they posted this pattern. It's called Rombil. I'll just get the picture up for you. It's a lovely dolman type sweater, and it's got that really interesting sort of diamond pattern on the front, and it's also on the back as well. But how it's knitted in one piece at the front, and then you knit the back piece all together, and then you seam it. So it's garter stitch, arms and yoke, and then of course the diamond pattern on the front and the back. I really, really like it. It's just something a bit different. It calls for Toft Aran wool, which is a UK yarn, and I'm not quite sure what yarn I'm going to use for this. I don't have any Aran wool in skein, so I'm going to actually buy something to make this. I might even try the Toft Aran wool. What has it got in it? I think it's just a actually I think it has, oh no, it's 100% wool. I thought it had alpaca in it, and I was yeah, anything with alpaca and garter stitch I probably wouldn't. I'd be a bit wary, particularly with jumpers, because alpaca stretches and of course garter stitch stretches, so it'd pull out of shape really quickly. But no, it's 100% wool, and I'm pretty sure, I looked these up and I'm pretty sure it was just natural neutral colours, so I might try them. Yeah, but anyway, I'll put a link in the show notes and you can check that out. The second pattern, oh, and that's in their spring issue, spring 2016, so their most recent. The next pattern I really like, and I'm sure you've pretty much all seen this, particularly if you're on Ravelry and you follow the Hot Right Now patterns. This is Waiting for Rain by Sylvia Bolivar. I think it's, no, Bilvia. Sylvia Bilvia. Oh, God. She's knitted this out of fingering weight yarn. That's it there. And what's interesting about this shawl is it is done in an interesting, what's the term, short rows. She has these short row lace panels that actually creates those wedges, and there's a couple of wedges in the shawl itself. I'll just get up a better picture. There's one. So you can see there. And it's a new technique that she's sort of invented, so it'd be interesting to try just for that. But yeah, it's really interesting. It's yeah, garter stitch with lace, and yeah, those lovely big lace wedges look really nice. And of course you could dress that up or dress it down, and there's already 565 projects, so it came out probably a couple of weeks ago, so it's really popular. And what yarn, I'm not sure. Actually, I was looking at my stash downstairs and I have quite a few sock weight yarns, so I might go and have a look at what I have and yeah, select something from in my stash. So also I have a giveaway for this week. The lovely Holly Dapp from Swift Knits podcast has designed a shawl using skein yarn. It's called Chelsea Beach, and she has 3 sizes. There's a small, medium and large. So the small uses lace, the medium is a sock, and the large is the DK. And she actually created this using skein yarn. So here is what it looks like. Just getting the picture up. It's it's eyelets, so it's stockinette stitch and eyelets. Oop. It would look really nice both in semi-solid and variegated, because it has all those lovely eyelets in it. Anyway, she's given us a copy to give away. So I'm going to give one away this week. All you need to do is come over to the skein group and leave a comment in the show notes, this week's show notes, and I'll just pick one randomly and yeah, get Holly to send you a pattern. So yeah, very cool. That's it. That's it for this week. It's really hot in here. I'm heading off to the studio now. I have to do some computer work and bookkeeping. So have a lovely couple of weeks, and hopefully I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Well, I will see you in 2 weeks' time. And yeah, happy knitting and bye!